Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Vaping Monkey and I'm back. I'm doing this intro to my coil build today in my yard. Not the build itself, just the introduction to the build because it's a lot nicer out today and I just figured, hell, why not take it outside? As you can see, it's snowing here in New Jersey, but the weather is a little more bearable today, so I figured I'd stretch my legs and take it out. Let's get down to the build here. I'm going to be doing a flavor chasing build as requested by a fellow subscriber on another video. It's going to be a 0.7 resistance build. I'm going to be using Samsung 25R 18650 batteries. I recommend only high drain 18650 batteries for sub-ohm builds. Make sure you know your battery and Ohm's law and everything. Understand the safety that goes into doing these builds, and don't just jump right into this without doing any research whatsoever. Nothing less than the best when it comes to batteries. I can't stress that enough. I'm going to be doing this build on a PLUME VAIL today. If you're going to be doing a 0.7 ohm build and you're going to be doing it with 28 gauge, 26 gauge, I'll tell you the wraps. I'm going to be doing it on a 2 diameter screwdriver. For 28 gauge, you'll be doing 7 to 8 wraps. For 26 gauge, you'll be doing 12 to 11. And for 24 gauge, you'll be doing 19 to 18. So I'm going to do this on a 26 gauge Kanthal with a 2 diameter screwdriver. And my target is a 0.7 ohm. I'm hoping for a nice flavor chaser build on my PLUME VAIL. And I guess we'll see how it turns out. But this is Vaping Monkey, and today you're going to see a coil build. Alright guys, so we're inside now and let's get down to it. I got my two 26 gauge pieces of Kanthal cut and I'm going to start with my first wrap. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pause it and do the first coil and then we'll jump to the second one so we can speed this process up just a little bit. Okay, so I have the first coil done here. This is 12 wraps on a 2 diameter screwdriver, and this is what you should be looking at. I'm going to do the next coil for you guys. Take your piece of Kanthal, hold your Kanthal between the screwdriver or drill bit, and hold your thumb on it. We're going to go for 12 wraps. Okay, it's 12 wraps. What I like to do is flip the coil around, put it back on the screwdriver, and then pull the end lead down. Okay. And going to hold that like so. And I got a torch here. I got this from a convenience store. Very cheap and it works. You're going to torch your coil until it gets nice and red. Make sure you hold on to it nice and tight. You don't want to drop it and burn yourself. Also preheating the leads on the coil. This is good for burning off all that excess chemical treatment that's on the canthal. Okay, that's nice and good. Let that cool down. Hold it for about 5 seconds after you do it. Alright, now I'm gonna cut the video short, do the second coil, and then we're gonna get to putting it in the PLUME VAIL. Okay, so now we have both our coils built, and now I'm gonna put them into the RDA. I have all the screws loosened on the RDA's deck so that this will be a piece of cake. Always make sure that the lead going in your positive post is longer than your negative lead. And I'm gonna insert positive, negative. The one thing I love about this RDA especially is just how easy it is to build in. Because of that 4-post hole design, it's ridiculous. Easy. Alright. Second coil. Alright. Everything's in. Give it a little once over. Looks good to me. I'm going to tighten down the negatives first. And yes, I still do use my screwdriver in the coil. Usually. But 9 out of 10 times, unless it's like a super complicated build, like just a general build like this, I could do is just make sure there's enough slack in the coil with the screwdriver or bit that I used, and tighten it down and go back and straighten it all out afterwards. But keeping it in, it's not really a huge deal. Alright, tighten this down. You don't want to tighten down too much because you don't want to break the leads. Canthal's pretty weak, especially 26 gauge. You got to be careful. Okay, I haven't cut any of the leads or nothing off, but just out of curiosity, let's see what this build is ohming out to before I circumcise it. Alright then, let's trim her up and throw some cotton in it, and I'm going to bring it up to FaceTime and vape on it and let you know what I think of it. You know, regardless, it came out to like a 6 ohm build when I was aiming for a 0.7. It's still an amazing flavor build. My Pocket app on my phone was wrong. It did everything like I normally would for any kind of a build I put into it, and it wasn't on point. It could have been any number of little things that could have made that happen, but regardless, it's still a flavor build. And I knew when I was building it before I even put the resistance I wanted in, that was the build I was aiming for, so I guess it was a 0.5, 0.6 ohm build. I like to build a little lower than 1 ohm builds. That's just my thing. If you're going for higher resistance builds, then to each his own, but it's just the way I like to vape, so, you know, it is what it is. But this is an excellent flavor build. It takes a bit longer for it to start up. You gotta like pull on it for a couple seconds for it to heat up, but it's still a great build. I'm using this blueberry flavored palmistry. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. It's by AR, and it's a really good blueberry. Very, very blueberry-ish taste to it. Good stuff. But there you go. This is my coil build for the weekend, and I hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, and comment below. Request another build throughout the week, and I will get around to doing it. I'll catch you guys later. Keep your cotton wet.